gentlemen, now time for the nation's sharpest opinion. You would think that after the pantomime in Parliament, these so-called grown men would have some shame, that they would come out ashamed, caught in the most distasteful insult of the Vice President's physical limitations. But ladies and gentlemen, the great Rahul Gandhi never ceases to amaze. Today he has led a justification of the insult. So what, he says? So what? Effectively, he is saying, so what if I insulted the Vice President? It is, in my view, a quote-unquote harmless act. Now, they are saying that this overgrown childishness of adolescent bullying, as I see it, was mimicry, an art form. They are saying that insulting the Vice President, the chair of the Rajya Sabha, is a harmless art form, in other words. Ladies and gentlemen, Rahul has once again shot himself in the foot. Because if you hear what he said, and I can only try and decipher what he meant, because even after so many years of Rahul being in public life, it is often hard to figure out what he's trying to say, the true essence. But what Rahul seems to be implying is that he just shot the video, and the video is on his phone. But Mamata Banerjee, who as per sources is also piling the pressure for Rahul's sister Priyanka to take on Modi in Varanasi, the same Mamata came on record to say that if Rahul Gandhi did not record the video would not be out. So Mamata Banerjee is saying it's because of Rahul Gandhi that the video is out. Rahul Gandhi is saying, I have not released the video. And in that dichotomy, Rahul is once again in a trap, either laid for him by Mamata or one that he seems to have found once again. Because what is becoming amply clear is that this brainwave of insulting the Vice President in this pantomime in Parliament is one in which Rahul Gandhi is a key orchestrator. Like he was on Panoti, like he was on the Papi comment, like he was on the Chaukidar Chor Hai comment, like he was on the Chaiwala comment, like he was on the Neech comment. But how, ladies and gentlemen, does this 54-year-old still not get it? Immature at 34, less mature at 44, even less mature at 54. All these comments are only further alienating him more from the electorate, because people, in my view, don't identify with this kind of politics anymore. This shoot and scoot, this nudge and wink, this throw some muck and cackle. Rahul has been caught flat-footed once again. That is how I see it. Here's his defense, and then we'll debate.
Mr. Nariman is not a good lawyer. How many cases you know? I've done it Supreme Court.
मैं स्पष्ट करना चाहता हूं सर, तो उपराष्ट्रपति का अपमान नहीं सहेगा हिंदुस्तान। कल जो आपको अपमानित किया है, आपके पद को अपमानित किया है, संविधान को अपमानित किया है, उसके लिए हम इस सदन में कार्रवाई जो प्रश्नकाल आप चला रहे हैं, इसमें आपके सम्मान में और इनके प्रोटेस्ट में, आपके सम्मान में और इनके प्रोटेस्ट में हम खड़े होकर ये प्रश्नोत्तर में हैं और हम प्रश्नोत्तर में हम भाग लेते हैं सर।
The NTA MPs staged a unique stand-up protest in Rajya Sabha to show solidarity with the Vice President Jagdeep Dhankhar over the opposition mimicry video. The showdown began with Rajya Sabha Chairman Dhankhar's post on X saying Prime Minister Narendra Modi dialed him and expressed concerns over theatrics by the suspended opposition MPs. President Draupadi Murmu also expressed her dismay at the manner in which Jagdeep Dhankhar was humiliated. Amid the brewing controversy, Mamata Banerjee found herself in a sticky situation when asked about the controversy.
इसको जस्ट पॉलिटिकली कैजुअली आपको तो पता भी नहीं चलता अगर राहुल जी वीडियो में छवि नहीं टूटा तो।
Rahul Gandhi facing the heat, seemed on the back foot.
MPs बैठे हुए थे, मैंने उनका वीडियो लिया, मेरा वीडियो मेरे फ़ोन पे है, मीडिया दिखा रहा है, मीडिया कह रहा है, मोदी जी कह रहे हैं, किसी ने कुछ कहा ही नहीं है.
Rahul Gandhi come out and tried to defend himself for making that video, saying that he has just made it for his own consumption. We've seen the TMC member of parliament who was making a mimicry of the Vice President of India and the chair of Rajya Sabha, saying that it was just an art. The fact remains that Rahul Gandhi is looking for an alibi. But what is Mamata Banerjee doing? What's her stand on it? That is also very important. It's high time that the opposition really understands difference between mimicry and art.
Rahul justifying the mimicry video, and the opposition leaders took his cue.
It's not, please. It's a one type of art. One type of art. Mimicry has been done by also the Honorable Prime Minister in the Lok Sabha itself. I can show you the video.
चेयरमैन दूसरों को प्रोटेक्शन देना चाहिए. अगर चेयरमैन साहब ही ऐसा बोले तो मैं एक अपोजिशन लीडर होके ऐसे मैं ये कहूँ कि मुझे राज्यसभा में बोलने नहीं दिया क्योंकि मैं एक दलित लीडर हूँ. ऐसी जात पात की बात अंदर करके लोगों को बाहर भड़काने का काम कोई नहीं करना चाहिए.
क्या इससे पहले कभी मिमिक्री नहीं हुई बड़े पदों के लिए, प्रेसिडेंट के लिए या प्राइम मिनिस्टर के लिए? इससे पहले कभी नहीं हुआ. क्या आप लोगों के चैनल पे या अखबारों में कभी कार्टून नहीं छपे? ये तो एक मनोरंजन हो रहा था.
As Rahul leads the defense of the indefensible, will this backfire once again on the opposition? Let's debate.
Ravinder Dhal of the Congress from Chandigarh, Arka Kumar Nag backs the Trinamool Congress, and Nitin Tyagi is the national spokesperson of the AAP, and Charu Pragya is the national spokesperson of the BJP, and Rajat Sethi is a right-leaning political analyst. Ravinder, if Rahul Gandhi took the video of whatever unfortunate things that Kalyan Banerjee was doing, and I mean, it's a stupid thing to do, of course, to be doing that kind of behaving like that, like Kalyan Banerjee was behaving. It's even more stupid to be taking a video. But, then why not admit that he took the video and he put it out? Otherwise, and that he was trying to lead this whole act. Why be in denial about it, Ravinder?
No, I've just seen this and I've seen the act outside the parliament also. Though in my personal opinion, even I didn't like how the mimicry was made. But apart from that, what Mr. Rahul Gandhi was speaking and what Madam Mamata Banerjee was speaking, I do not find that Mr. Rahul Gandhi has completely denied that it is not the video, some video which has been shot by him. Though Mamata Banerjee may be claiming something else, but if someone is making that video, he will he will never say that I am denying it. Why will he say? I don't know. Whether there is something you cannot. What I can see is the gap of the word only. Yes, I do not know why would he deny.
Ravinder, Rahul Gandhi says that I did not. Rahul Gandhi is trying to distance himself. Rahul Gandhi is trying to distance himself. He's trying to say I was just walking, MPs were doing something, which I may not agree with. I was only recording it and that video is in my phone. But Mamata Banerjee has said Rahul Gandhi went with the phone, recorded it. He was the leader of the whole thing. As the leader, he recorded it. He organized it. He arranged it. He recorded it. And he put it out. And that's how people got to know about what was going on. Rahul Gandhi is saying, no, that video is in my phone.
That's what I'm trying.
You get my point? Rahul Gandhi is trying to distance himself from what happened.
See,
because it makes him look like an immature leader, which he is.
No. It's no, we may not term it like that only. What he is saying that I recorded, yes, I recorded. It is in my phone, but this is not the video which has been released. There are more than one MP. We cannot say that he is the one who has done it. It is not the case that only Mr. Rahul Gandhi was there and there was no other leader out there.
No, but yesterday.
Yes, completely denied.
I don't understand. Rajat.
Yes.
Rajat, can you unmute yourself? Rajat, can you unmute yourself?
Yeah, sorry.
Rajat, can you unmute yourself? I can't hear you.
The kind of argumentation that was being made is ridiculous. I mean, Rahul Gandhi was laughing, condoning, support, clapping. That's his reaction. He didn't come in and stop that on a crass age-related remarks and mimicry that was being done by that shameful member of parliament. You know, he has the gumption to come out and say that कि वो मनोरंजन हो रहा था. You remember the Jadavpur chemistry professor who just forwarded an email of a cartoon of Mamata Banerjee's treatment that did out to him for the past 12 years. It happened in 2012. And you are here coming out and talking about Manoranjan outside the hallowed halls of the parliament. You should all be ashamed of yourself. You made a mistake, admit it and walk out. I mean, what kind of a public positioning is this you're trying to defend? If Rahul Gandhi did not do any mistake, why did he come out in the media and defend his position? Clearly, something was wrong. He felt that it was in bad taste and he had to come out in defense. That is by his own admission now.
Rajat, if you see the sequence yesterday, this entire performance, Charu, was done for Rahul Gandhi, at the behest of Rahul Gandhi, organized by Rahul Gandhi, which is why Rahul Gandhi is standing as the leader. They are performing for him. He's shooting them, and then he's saying, okay, well done, please continue. He's the leader of the act. Now that he has seen there is so much public disapproval for this immature act, he's trying to clearly get on the back foot and say, I was just walking past, I don't know, I shot a video, it's on my phone. Yesterday there was this whole very, very aggressive attitude about this. Today they know the people of this country think that it is shameful that grown-up people should behave like this. Run the pictures full frame on the screen. And let me tell you what's going on, viewers. Everybody has a limitation. Some people have mental limitations. I'm not saying that Rahul Gandhi has a mental limitation. I repeat, I am not saying, I repeat a third time, I am not saying that Rahul Gandhi has a mental limitation. These are matters for the public to decide. But Rahul Gandhi has made fun of Jagdeep Dhankhar's physical limitation as a stoop. Now, Rahul Gandhi is not exactly a 24-year-old who he imagines himself to be. Rahul Gandhi will also one day be 74 and 84. And God wish him well that he doesn't have a stoop, but many elderly people do have a stoop. It is not something to be made fun of. Similarly, just like I'm sure Rahul Gandhi would not find it funny if someone were to make fun of his mother's very strong Italian accent. After 50 years of living in India, her Italian accent is even more pronounced with each passing day when she speaks in Hindi. Right? But he made fun of a relatively elderly man's physical stoop. And Charu, that is what people are angry about. ये सभ्यता नहीं है हमारी. अभी बैकफुट पे जाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, डिनाई कर रहे हैं.
बिल्कुल.
Charu.
Yes, and Arnab, you know, in our country today, even a kindergartner knows that you do not body shame, that you do not make fun of a person because of his posture, let alone making fun of his position as a farmer's son, as a Jat, or as a vice president of the country. And Rahul Gandhi has stooped to an all-time low this time. And let's remember, it's not just the Jats who've been insulted by Rahul Gandhi and his clan. Before this, the Sikhs have been insulted by this very same clan. Tribals have been insulted. When President Murmu was going to be made president, they insulted tribals. OBCs have been insulted. The entire Modi clan was was called something and I don't want to repeat that. Sanatan, everybody who follows the Hindu Dharma has been insulted. North Indians have been insulted. Please put that number together and tell me how much % of the population of this country is repeatedly insulted by Rahul Gandhi and his clan. And do they ever turn around and apologize? No, because they're too elite to do that. They still think कि शहजादे को माफी मांगने की जरूरत ही नहीं है. And that hurts me. And that's the reason why the sentiment today on the roads in this country is against India Alliance. And that's the reason why every single Jat is going to remember this insult, not only to the entire community, but to the entire farming community as well. You know, you've gone over and beyond what is acceptable, and you were entertaining yourself outside Parliament. And why were you there in the first place? Because you suspended MPs. So instead of being concerned about not following the discipline of the Parliament, where you've had the honor to be, you are entertaining yourself outside Parliament. You say this is an art form. Art form ही आपको practice करना है तो आप resign कर दीजिए ना. इस देश के लाखों लोग हैं who would love to be there and do service to the people of this country. We will not take it for granted like you people are doing. You think that getting suspended together is a form of solidarity. That's what the MPs of the India Alliance wanted to show, right? Solidarity. Well, they show solidarity only on issues like this. They've not shown solidarity when it comes to contesting together. I don't know what kind of an alliance this is, but I think now they have gone too far and we are not going to accept this insult.
Now the point is, why were all people? I think this is an attempt at insulting elderly people. I mean, Jagdeep Dhankhar is not that old. 72 is not that old nowadays. He's 72 years old. But should everybody above the age of 70 be insulted like this? Where has he learned this culture? Certainly not in India. Has he learnt it in Italy? Has he learnt, Arka, this culture in Italy? Even in Italy, would this be acceptable? Now that he has realized how people feel about this, should I open the phone lines? Do you want to get a sense, Arka, Nitin Tyagi, what people think about this behavior? I mean, Arvind Kejriwal is about 56
Arnab,
years old today, but he will also be
line?
76 one day. Nitin Tyagi, ye kya hai? Where is this stupid behavior coming from? Do you people think, Nitin Tyagi, that people in the country are watching you?
Arnab.
That you're answerable?
Arnab, can I?
You have to be serious.
Very seriously. Are you actually ready in the right frame of mind to listen to something very serious that I'm going to say right now?
Would you make fun of the way they walk? Would you make fun of the way they stoop? All people, they are also voters.
Can I just...
People over 70, 75 are also voters in this country.
Yeah,
people with disabilities, handicaps and limitations are also voters in this country. The people from the farming and Jat community that Jagdeep Dhankhar belongs to are also voters in this country. Right? And people will remember this, Nitin. So tell me whether you're with Rahul Gandhi in this.
Can I?
You know, Arnab, even a school child will be pulled up for bullying if they behaved like this in school. I don't know if the supporters of Rahul Gandhi are aware of this or not. If they behaved like this in school,
Can I please speak?
Rahul Gandhi are aware of this.
May I speak? Allow me to respond, please. Firstly, I feel anybody who is trying to magnify the menial mimicry incidents and hide the serious issue of security breach in the parliament under its garb is doing a serious disservice to this nation. I feel it thoroughly. This is a menial issue.
Were you discussing the security issue or were you mimicking the chairperson?
No action.
If you were so concerned about the serious issue, why did you not discuss that? You prefer to entertain yourself. No, I'm sorry. You can't take a moral high ground here.
Parliament.
You prefer to entertain yourself.
Is retaliating.
You did not discuss anything serious. I'm sorry. You cannot say this.
They are being thrown out of this parliament and
you were not asking
a
questions,
menial
you
issue
were entertaining
is being
yourself.
made into such a huge thing. And let me also tell you something. Charu was talking
he's calling it a menial issue.
And farming community. I come from a farming community.
I'm a Jat.
I come from a farming background. What was BJP?
I'm a Jat. And if you were so concerned about the security breach, why not discuss that? Why did you need to resort to the mimicry of our Honorable Vice President? You showed the country how serious you are. You showed the country that Manoranjan was more important than figuring out what's going on inside the parliament. You said that Manoranjan was more important than being inside parliament.
All the wrestlers, all the women wrestlers on the streets of Delhi, all of them were Jats.
Not seeing you.
All the wrestlers, all those lady wrestlers
for us to see,
who were being
hurting us and insulting us every second
of Delhi.
And I don't know with what kind of a
tell you, Charuji, that BJP has nothing to do with Jats
would not take
and
this
farmers.
results lying down. In fact, I'm asking all the Jat leaders in the opposition, how did you take this? How come you've not spoken out? How come you've not apologized on behalf of Rahul Gandhi at least? That's the least you could have done.
BJP has incited Jats and Kisans all together. And let's see what happens in 2024 when Jats come together against Bharatiya Janata Party. You have dragged their daughters on the streets of Delhi when they were protesting, those wrestlers who were protesting.
I've been listening to
a mockery
and were they singled out for being Jats? Were they singled out for being Jats?
All the farmers.
But you singled out our Honorable Vice President for being a Jat.
You
singled him out for being a Jat. Were the wrestlers singled out? Was their community dragged in? You dragged in the community both the times. This time to insult our Honorable Vice President and earlier to gain some political brownie points.
You are calling them
names. You don't get away by saying all this and pretending you cared about the security of the parliament. You are outstanding MPs for a reason because you're always standing outside parliament. You're outstanding MPs who prefer Manoranjan over debating.
Did Bharatiya Janata Party,
over you.
because
I don't want to
of whom 700 farmers died,
and I will repeat what I wanted to say
once he's become quiet. Family. Just tell me that. Did Bharatiya Janata Party say sorry to a single family?
He's not.
They did or they did not. So don't talk about farmers and don't talk about Jats.
But I have two questions. Arnab, may I ask these two questions?
Just because you're speaking in between.
So, Nitin, Nitin,
can I ask these two questions? He says the important issue was the security issue. So you were not discussing the security issue. You were doing Manoranjan
out here
in your own words.
Central issue of the debate. Charu, allow me. The central issue of the debate
is
you're not a 54-year-old man.
What action have you taken against the MP?
How a 54-year-old man
those attackers
can any longer be described as a newbie in Indian politics. A 54-year-old man who for the last 20 years his party has been trying to make him get accepted by the people of this country. A 54-year-old man in a t-shirt walks up, leads a very dirty pantomime and organizes this mimicking of the physical limitation of the Vice President. If you see, there are Manoj Jha near him, there are others, and he's the leader. It is clear from the body language, Arka, that Rahul Gandhi is the leader of this whole act.
Arnab.
Now, if you're a leader, you should own up and you should say sorry. I'm really sorry.
So you should even.
I was demeaning. I was demeaning elderly people. I was demeaning people with physical handicaps and limitations. I will not behave like this anymore. And Mamata Banerjee has given him credit. You see, Arka, Mamata Banerjee has said Rahul Gandhi led the whole thing. Rahul Gandhi recorded the whole thing. If not for Rahul Gandhi, this would not have happened. People would not have known about it. Besides, the video was made viral by Supriya Srinate of the Congress Party, who must have got the video from Rahul Gandhi. So the question is, if Rahul Gandhi has been caught, the least a 54-year-old man does is say that, yes, I did it, I'm sorry, I messed up again, I did something really stupid, punish me. He doesn't come and say today, listen, I don't know anything, ask those MPs. Arey bhai, yesterday you were leading them, Arka. Yesterday you were leading them.
Do I respond to?
Today you have been disowned by Rahul Gandhi. And it's up for you, Arka, people like you, to come on TV and defend what happened yesterday. It's terrible. Terrible. You wouldn't like it if anyone in your family was mimicked like this for their physical handicaps. You wouldn't like it, Arka. Over to you.
Let me respond to it, Arnab. Do I? Yeah. Firstly, I would like to remind all your viewers that when in 2021 the elections was on in West Bengal and the governor was Jagdeep Dhankhar, the Bharatiya Janata Party state president Dilip Ghosh went on calling Mamata Banerjee to wear a half pant and show her legs because her legs was broken. And the governor was absolutely and totally quiet, and there was no repercussion from His Excellency with regard to the allegations, with regard to the words spoken against the entire women community of Bengal by the Bharatiya Janata Party state president. I believe that the entire mimicry issue should not have taken place, not because
by Mamata Banerjee, she had a meeting with Himanta Biswa Sarma and decided to abstain from the voting. He broke ranks from the opposition and was instrumental in making Jagdeep Dhankhar the Vice President of India. Have you forgotten that?
Very well.
Or any shame left, sir?
Let me put my Let me put my words forward that at that point why this mimicry issue should not have been highlighted is because somebody who is the Vice President of India, I do not know what significance he is holding, because he is only busy suspending the opposition member of parliaments. He should at least go back.
What do you mean by somebody?
Do his homework.
His name is Jagdeep Dhankhar.
Of the Rajya Sabha. I repeat, the house belongs to the opposition, and the chairman's first and foremost responsibility is to ensure that that the opposition is given a responsibility to speak there and given a protection to speak there. But the Jagdeep Dhankhar's actions is absolutely.
The opposition agreed to the terms of discipline set out in Parliament, and one of the conditions was to not walk in with placards or to jump into the well or onto the speaker's table. Yet the opposition did it.
Placards inside the well of the house, which they agreed that they promised to the speaker that they would not do it.
The fact.
They have been reprimanded for an action that they took, which was not just freedom of expression. It went beyond the established decorum of the House, sir.
Of the Bharatiya Janata Party in Parliament.
Please be truthful to the viewers of Republic TV. Be truthful to people who are hearing.
Any circumstance.
They were not there voicing their concern about the security breach, sir. They were dancing inside the well because they wanted to prove a point. They wanted to deflect the attention. They wanted to make political brownie points out of the security breach. They were carrying placards inside the well when they themselves had agreed upon when they would not be carrying placards inside the parliament. The next day when 49 more MPs, you know what Shashi Tharoor went out and said? I am carrying placards inside the well because I want to stand in solidarity. Will he not be punished in the same way, sir?
Where our representatives
speaking is one thing, carrying placard is another thing.
Please do not forget that if the Prime Minister is the Prime Minister of India, the leader of opposition of Lok Sabha is the leader of opposition of India as well. So do not take the opposition lightly. Do not make a position where the opposition is cornered in a way.
I asked you a very pointed question. This debate is not on rhetorics. It's on specific allegations that were made against the honorable members of parliament. They were not debating. They were creating ruckus. They had visual proofs of it. The Speaker of the House took cognizance, and which it was an established norms again promised by these same members of parliament. There was an action in response to the steps that were taken by these people. They were breaching the code of conduct. It was against that.
Do you have the proof that the Speaker of the House did not let the opposition speak at all? Do you have the proof that they were not allowed to ask the questions? Do you have the proof that the Speaker of the House has decided to totally and completely forget about the incidents of breach of security in the parliament? Do you have the proof that the Speaker of the House has been targeting all the opposition throughout? You do not have any proof.
And that too on his age.
Only proof that Bharatiya Janata Party has is against the opposition, because they think that they do not have any opposition. They do not want any opposition. They want to crush the opposition with brute force. That is what you are trying to do.
I can't even hear you, sir.
Absolutely.
I can't even hear you, sir. My Arnab here, the limited point
problem
is
with the opposition protesting.
Are not
I don't.
able to think through.
Let me explain to you. If you
What
give me a
would be the
moment,
political-
Nitin, if I can come in for a moment, Rajat, if I can come in for a moment, I just like to give my view, and I'm sure people would relate to this. I have no problem with the opposition being aggressive. In fact, I think the job of the opposition is to be aggressive. My limited point is with the way you are aggressive. So if you start in 2014 by saying, ye Narendra Modi is napunsak, right? If you call him chaiwala, who is not fit to serve tea in a Congress meeting, right? Then it is something else. I have no problem with, and if you have a problem with Dhankhar, I understand. But the fact is, you cannot lead a protest in which the main focus is making fun of his physical handicap of a stoop. That is really bad. ये होती है बात, आप समझेंगे। रविंदर जी, आप जाके पूछिए किसी को, इसको कहते हैं भारतीय सभ्यता। ये इटली में हो सकता है, पता नहीं इटली में भी नहीं होगा। मगर in India, if you start behaving like that, then you should come and say sorry. To say ये मेरी हरकत नहीं थी, ये तो कोई और कर रहा था, मैं तो ऐसे ही जा रहा था, मैं तो रास्ते से जा रहा था, वीडियो ले रहा था। That attitude does not work. आप रास्ते से जा नहीं रहे थे, आप वीडियो नहीं ले रहे थे, आप ही करता धरता हो, और आज रंगे हाथ पकड़े गए आप। सारे देश के लोग बोल रहे हैं, भाई क्या व्यवहार है आपका। 55 साल के होने को आ जाए, कभी तो आपकी मैच्योरिटी होगी। Ravinder ji, it's a very serious issue. He has to own up.
I am ready to debate upon this issue. It is not
अब तो नहीं कैसे बाल अवस्था है. Now he's a young man. He's growing up. He's a teenager. अभी college से निकले हैं.
No. Vice President of India is taking telling about his caste. What is this? Vice President of I am also a Jat. He is not only the Jat. Are we talking about caste politics? That means that Vice President of India is basically trying to make vote for BJP because of this. That means that Vice President. What kind of attitude is by the Vice President?
That's not what Charu said.
What kind of attitude is by the Vice President? Charu is also. I am also that. You cannot say that just because Vice President has been insulted, that means the entire community has been insulted.
Can I
that means they are trying to play politics out of it.
Unfortunately, the AAP spokesperson kept on speaking, but he did not bother to answer anything that I asked. May I please ask these questions? And you don't want to politicize it, sir? Fair enough. But now let me ask you these two questions and listen to me before you start speaking again. You say that you were all protesting on a very important issue. Did that look like a protest to you from any angle? Because it didn't look like protest to me. It looked like cheap mockery of one of the tallest persons in this country who occupies the second highest chair in this country. It didn't look like a protest at all. Were you concerned about the parliament security breach? Because again, it didn't seem like it. Because when the speaker gave you some ground rules, you agreed to those ground rules. You said you will not jump into the well of the parliament with placards in your hand. Yet you did that. A lot of the MPs wanted to be suspended to show solidarity. Now, is that the sign of a good parliamentarian? And is that what you're here defending today?
Did he not? But the
and he would have listened, but did you bother to speak properly? Are you going to jump on his table, attack him literally, and then expect him to listen to you? No, how do you want him to listen to you? By jumping on his table?
Opposition in India does not have any voice.
That is the kind of parliamentary
in BJP's rules, the opposition does not have any voice. Is it
that what you stand for? That's what your politics stands for. And can you just answer this one question? Don't speak over me.
Nobody from opposition is supposed to be there.
Yeah, we heard the opposition's voice. The opposition uses its voice for mockery. The opposition does not use its voice for anything constructive. No, I'm saying you misuse your voice for mockery.
Is the speaker supposed to listen to the opposition
I need him to answer. What were they doing? Were they protesting? Were they discussing important issues, or were they raising their voice for mockery? You could have used that voice for other things. But you chose to mock and insult. You chose to hurt our sentiments.
The speaker to listen to them. They wanted
And that's how you
to
do it.
listen to them.
At
Who was not
gunpoint.
ready to listen to them.
And you're going to hold the country to ransom and justify it. And who are you?
What gunpoint
please?
are you talking about?
कौन हुआ?
All the gunpoints, all
दुनिया के
the
महाराजा।
gunpoints are at the opposition's head. All the guns,
I'm sorry,
Madam,
but there
today
is a
are in the hands of
decorum
BJP
to
people,
parliamentary
and
procedure. And you
they are
have to
pointing
learn to
towards the
follow
heads
that
of
decorum
all the
parliamentary
opposition.
procedure. And if you have not learned
Every
it, sit
single gun
outside,
is
like
pointing
naughty
towards
children,
the
you learn
head
when you
of
come back
the
in.
opposition. All the triggers are in the hand of the
Just shouting
BJP.
nonsensically, non-stop.
You're talking about
is not going
gunpoint.
to make sense of
Amazing.
arguments. And I refuse to.
You are owning every single thing, every
Nitin,
single institution.
Nitin,
what you are not able to own, you're changing the laws of
What
the
happened
country
yesterday
today
was disgraceful.
to own those institutions.
And I genuinely believe,
protesting
you should
by
distance
mimicry.
yourself from
That's
such
their
acts.
form of protest. Wow.
By Trinamool or by
Thank
Congress.
you.
The fact that you are in an alliance does not mean you have to justify everything that goes on within.
Do not confuse the issues.
Just in the previous session, now let me bring this important point.
justify this
It was the
Sanatan
previous
remark.
session, Arnab.
Issue, but the breach of security in the parliament is a huge issue.
Of
And it
throwing
should be debated
the
about.
entire house out of order was being displayed by the opposition. They wanted Rule 267 on Manipur issue. They had an ego problem. Even then, they said, till the time the Prime Minister doesn't respond, we will not allow the House to function. Their main objective has been how to obstruct the smooth functioning of the House. They kept doing that ad nauseum. The single biggest demand was that the Prime Minister should come out and speak. The moment Prime Minister comes out and speaks in the House, responding to the no confidence motion and talking about Manipur,
they walk out.
Every single one of them walked out of the House. Every single one of them. That is the level of seriousness they have on the issue which bothers this country. This is the shameless face of the opposition party.
I think
that is the real DNA of the opposition.
Now, one of the biggest legislations was passed today. Biggest changes in criminal law was passed today in Parliament. And if the opposition has not been able to be present because of that, do they have anyone else but themselves to blame?